Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this ROM race around Monaco, round 7 of the first season. As usual, we've got a short qualifying session, 18 minutes, to determine the top 10 and the rest of the starting grid. And we'll have a look to see what the weather brings out in qualifying. Right, we have sunny weather at the minute, so hopefully all drivers will be going out on the soft or medium tyres, and we'll see who's first out on track. And looking at that, we have a racing point, so that'll either be Ibsy or El Pullen 98. And first on track is current championship leader Stubbsy. Let's see how he gets on in his warm-up lap. I say what we want is a very good clean lap. You want to be at the front of the grid round here because it's very, very difficult to overtake. And with Stubbsy hopefully in a very good lap to begin to give him a good chance to be at the front row. Let's see who else is out on track. We've got Pez just coming up the hill to Casino. We got the two Hasses of Yanni and Vettel. Let's go back to Stubbsy and see what he can do on his first flying lap in a second. I say so far looking very good, very tidy through Casino, coming down the hill to Raskas to the hairpin. He's got traffic, so hopefully they will pull out the way for him. It's looking very tidy, very clean lap so far from Stubbsy. Coming down to Nouvelle, got to get your braking spot on at the heaviest braking zone, so looks perfect on board there. Very, very nice. And let's see what the benchmark is coming out of Raskas. The line for Stubbsy now. And it looks like it was invalidated. And here we are on with Gruntastrophe, new to league, first race, so let's see how he gets on his first flying lap. And Celtic Speed's popped in a 10.9 for a first lap. Good opening lap, with Pullen on an 11.4 and Yanni on a 12.0. Coming down to Nouvelle chicane again. Let's see how he does through here. Very nice and clean there. Let's go on board into swimming pool with him. A little bit wide off the first apex, but very neat and tidy through the rest of it. Oh, clipped the barrier there. Oh. That probably would do too good there. And across the line with an 11.7. Definitely room for improvement with that little mistake at the final corners. Let's see how Rooney gets on in the final sector. Should be very hectic this session with it being such a short lap. Rooney goes pole with the 9.0. Very impressive lap time. Could be very, very hard to beat that. Let's see if anybody else is on a flying lap. Let's see what... let's see if Vettel possibly on an in lap or an out lap here. Lawn here looks like he's just come out the pits on an out lap. Or is it fast lap actually, maybe? Let's see what Vettel finishes off with. Oh, he's boxed. See how Lawn does into Nouvelle. Slight lock up. Could have been a little bit better there, but do across the line, or is this his starting his fast lap? Ooh, 12.3. Let's watch Celtic Speed coming on for his second flying lap here of the session. He's gone on to the soft this time, so we should hopefully see an improvement, unless he wants to start on the medium tyres. It's looking nice and tidy so far from Celtic Speed as we come to the tunnel. And going down to Nouvelle, hopefully spots his braking line perfectly here. Very nice and tidy there. And coming out the final corner of Raskas now, and we'll see what Celtic Speed does. Will he challenge Rooney's time of a 9.0? That's a 9.6. Very, very good lap time. Who else we have here? Aki on an out lap now. Let's see if he can improve on his 11.3. Just coming up to Raskas to start his second flying lap. Let's get on and see how he does up the hill from Sandervot. Very nice apex. And you want to take a late apex before you hit Casino. Perfectly done there from Aki as well. Nice line through the hairpin. Perfectly. Wolf bit wide going towards the tunnel there. Hopefully that won't cost him too much time here, but we'll see how he does through Nouvelle chicane. Need to spot your braking zone perfectly for here. So on Westerns has popped up into third there. I've just seen that with a 10.4. Good luck from Westerns. See how Aki comes over the line. 10.9. Oh, and Vettel just popped up with a 9. Very, very good lap there from Vettel. See, back with Stubbsy, and we have James just ahead. Let's just see how he does. One of 3 drivers not to set a lap time yet. And we have 7 minutes to go, so possibly get 2 laps in if he's fast around the laps. See, on board up the hill to Casino now. Very, very wide there, but seemed to recover that nicely. Oh, he's on an outlap still. I think he's on an outlap still. Oh, he's... Actually, I think he's let it go. At that, actually. Back to Stubbsy now. Needs to set a lap time. We'll see if he can get up to the front of the grid with Rooney and Vettel and Celtic. See if he can challenge them. So far it was a purple first sector from what I saw, so hopefully looking good so far. A very good line through Newville. Oh, he's clipped the exit. Oh, he's clipped the barrier on exit of Newville. And will he continue round just to get a lap time on board? Or will he box now? Oh, he's been validated. He's surely boxing. Alright, let's see anybody else on a lap or an out lap here. Right, Pez is just coming up to the line in the other Red Bull. Let's see what he does on his flying lap. Hopefully improve on his 11.4. A little wide through Casino there, but not too much time lost. Right into the hairpin here, let's see. Nice tidy line through there. That's a very not tidy line through Newville chicane there, now heading up to swimming pool. Oh, flipped the wall onto back there by the looks of it. See how he goes through the final 2 corners through Raskas. Oh, he's gave up on the lap. Okie dokie. See if we've got anybody on a lap here. We got Gruntastrophe here in the Ferrari. Looking a good lap here at the minute. Oh, he's invalidated actually looking at it. Let's see, other newcomer here is Camo 432 in the Alpha Tauri. Let's see how he does on his end of his flying lap. On the mediums, very nice lap on the mediums there with a 11.4. Back end of the top 10 should be good if he can stay there. And that's back on board with Stubbsy now. No, he's boxing. Okay. Right, let's see anybody lap here. We're on board with Lorna here. It's very nice and smooth so far. It's what you have to be around Monaco. Very nice and tidy from Lorne. It's purple middle sector as well. This could be a very good lap. Oh, and as I say that, he runs wide. Let's see. Oh no. Vettel has just invalidated his lap there. Unfortunately. It was looking like a very decent lap. Let's see, anybody we have on a flying lap? Maybe. I see Ludlow here. Very good first sector there from Ludlow. Just off the lead time with 0.404 down. See how he does through the tunnel to Nouvelle. As I've said before, Nouvelle is a very, very critical corner as it's the quickest point on the track through the tunnel. You've got to spot your braking zone perfectly. Oh, no. Very wide into back there. That's damaged the wing there. He'll be aborting that, I'm sure. Let's see if we find anybody else who's... Let's see Weston, see what he completes his lap time with. He has not improved there. Just down on his normal time. Let's hop on board with Celtic Speed again. He is just up on his own time in the first sector there. Just caught a glimpse of that. See how he goes through to Nouvelle now. Very tidy there, just missed the apex of the back ever so slightly, and he is looking like he's down on his current time. Rooney looks like he's either aborted or he's going to do another lap there. That's it. Say on board with Stubbsy once more. Let's see if he can finally get a lap on board. 40 seconds left, so this has to count. And it is a 9-1. Very, very good lap there to end with Stubbsy. Made it count when it mattered, right at the end of qualifying. On board with Shrimper here in the other Ferrari. I haven't seen him in qualifying so far. Let's... So very neat and tidy there so far through the first half of the lap. Hopefully he'll be able to improve on that 11 flat that he has currently qualified with. Lovely line through the swimming pool there, perfect line. Let's see how he does through the final two corners. That's up. Improves up to 8th place and he's just been beaten by RSF1 K-Mag right at the finish there. He's right behind him. And I think we've got one person left out on track with a lap, and that is Stubbsy, who is in the pits. And that is the end of qualifying. We have Rooney on pole with Stubbsy in second. So we've got the two championship protagonists on the front row. Will be a very interesting battle for the race. We'll see if Vettel and Celtic Speed can mix it with the front two. Right, here we are. That's the starting grid for the Monaco Grand Prix. We have, there you go, Rooney with a pole of 9.035, closely followed by Stubbsy 1/10 behind. And then we've got Vettel and Celtic half a second back, and Grantastrophe, great debut for him in 5th, just under a second back, with Westerns in the AlphaTauri actually, there you go, just over a second back. And El Pullen making his debut of the season in 7th, very good qualifying from him. Let's see what the race will bring now. Right, and here we go then, as we're counting down now for the session to start. Let's hope for a good race from everyone and see how we go. Right, here we go. We've got Rooney on pole, Stubbsy second, Vettel and Celtic on the second row, Catastrophe and Westerns on the third row, L. Pullen and K-Mag on the fourth row, followed on row 5 by Shrimper and Aki. Row 6 is JF1 James and Lorne. Row 7 is Yanni Ans and Camo. And on row 8 we have Pez and Ludlow, and rounding out the grid on row 9 is Ioaks. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 lights. And it's go! For the Monaco Grand Prix. Rooney looks like he's got a very good start there, as has Vettel. Very, very interesting there. Vettel and Stubbsy going side by side up towards Casino. And we have a safety car. We have a McLaren out of the race at the back. I think, oh no, not out of the race. We have, that's K-Mag. He looks like he's spun at the first corner. And we have a virtual safety car at the minute. And we've got positions gained so far on the first lap. Camo has gained 6. And Celtic Speed has just retired from the session. And Catastrophe is down 7 places. I think we're back racing now. We are black racing with on board with Rooney, closely followed by Stubbsy and Vettel, with Pullen up to 4th. Apart from him. And it looks like the front 3 have pulled away from L. Pullen. We've got a 6-second lead over him. bottom, looks like the bottom 5 have all made one stop. We've got, and the leader of that pack is Weston's. We've got Aki close behind, and Camo is currently in last place. Battle at the front. Got second covering the top 3 here. Rooney ahead of Stubbsy and Vettel. So in the next closest battle we have here is Ludlow and Iokes. Looking at it. F1 K-Mag has now pitted as well. He's gone on to the, looks like the medium compound tyre there. I'm saying these front 3 are pulling away very much so from the pack behind. I say Vettel looks like he's beginning to lose a little bit of ground to the front 2, but he's keeping in touch very nicely. Just about. Just want to keep in touch into the DRS range. And I did forget to mention this is a day to night race as well, which is why the you can see the street lights on in the background. Looking at this, we have the top 5 are all on the softs at the moment, and we got majority of the field on mediums, bar Green and Camo, who are on hard and softs, respectfully. I'm assuming Grantashri is probably going to try and get to the end of the race on those hards, so we'll see how he goes out through the race, see if he can make up ground later on. On board with Yanni here. He's one of the drivers on medium tyres. So we've got Pez behind James here. 2 Red Bulls line astern, trying to chase down Shrimper. It looks like James has got right onto the back of Shrimper. Tough track to pass on, but if he can get a good run out of one of these corners, it might be doable. So Elpelen is doing a very good job in 4th here for his first race of the season. Filling in the racing point car. And we have a yellow flag. It's a safety car. We have a safety car. Not entirely certain why. So this gives a few drivers a free pit stop under the seat. Free pit stop to see where they can go. Oh, is it? That's not a Renault, that's a safety car stopped on track. We'll have to see what the leaders will do here, because it's only... Let's see who's pitted and who hasn't under the safety car. top 7 haven't, and Vettel's retired from the race. It was Vettel that crashed. Or he's just crashed under the safety car, looking at it actually. In the tunnel. But the 2 leaders into the pits. Who's going to come out on top here? Will it be Rooney or Stubbsy? Battle of the pit crews. And it is Rooney. He keeps the lead. And they've both gone on to, looks like, the hard tyre. They're going to be running to the end of the race, you would think. Unless we have more stoppages or safety cars later on in the race. So that is... So we've got 5 cars who have yet to stop in this race and under the safety car. That's James and Pez in the Red Bulls, Yanni in the Haas, Ioaks in the Williams, and Ludlow in the Alfa Romeo. With it being a day tonight race, temperatures will be very, very low. Everyone on the hard tyres here under this safety car will need to make sure they do keep tyre temp. Otherwise it's going to be very, very tricky on the first couple of laps to get these hards back up to temperature. So let's have a look at the fastest laps at the minute. At the moment, RSF1 K-Mag holds the fastest lap with a 12.9. They will undoubtedly get quicker as the race goes on, so we'll see who can come out on top on that end at the end of the race. And here we go, the safety car is in this lap. Let's just double check. And we got, remember, Rooney and Stubbsy on the hards. Can James threaten on those medium tyres as we get back to green? Stubbsy's right on the rear end of Rooney 2003 here, going up the hill. Can he make a move on this lap? Say the Red Bull is right up. Rooney is holding on so far. A little lock up into Nouvelle Chicane there. But the Red Bulls, or the Red Bull of James, is giving the front two a good run for his money. And Catastrophe has just retired from the session. And that is just out the swimming pool. Will this be another safety car? Just yellow flags at the minute, so hopefully not. And we've still got Stubbsy right on the rear of Rooney 2003, looking for a way through, but very, very difficult round Casino. He needs to try and get a good run through the tunnel, or on the front straight with DRS. I think James is doing a very good job holding on to the back of them here. And he is up as well, so we shall see how his strategy plays out towards the end of the race as well. Got Yanni up in fourth. Strangely no intervals at the minute, so I can't tell you the gaps of people. Say position changes from the start of the race. We have, at the minute, Ioaks is up 12 from the back of the grid. Very good race for him so far, along with Ludlow, who's up 10. And we've just had Camo retire, and we have another safety car. And that is in swimming pool this time. So we have lost both the two of the three new drivers this weekend, in Camo and Catastrophe, along with CSR Pez, RSF1 Vettel and Celtic Speed. It's turning into a race of attrition here. And there we go, I've got the intervals back now. Excellent. We've still got 4 drivers yet to pit in this race. Will they take advantage of this safety car to make their stops? We'll see what tyre they go on. Interesting. Neither of those 4 drivers look like none of them have pitted yet under this safety car, so I assume they're going to try and go very long on these mediums and go to softs towards the end of the race. What tyres have people gone on to from the pit stops? We have Lawn's gone on to a hard. Shrimper and Aki look like they've both gone on to medium tyres. Westons has also gone on to a medium. And looks like everybody else has currently stayed out. Let's see how it works out for those 4 drivers at the back of the pack. No one onto the softs. No way you could get them to the end from here. That just a little too far for them. hopefully we'll have now the safety car in this lap. Be very interesting to see how far JF1 James, Jans, Ioaks and Ludlow go in this race now on their medium tyres. Be very interesting to see how far they think they can take the soft tyres as well for later on in the race. But I do think, with the way the race has gone so far, that they are going to need another safety car for their strategy to probably pay out. But the way this race has gone so far, I wouldn't put it past it. And there we go, safety car in this lap. Back to racing. Oh, and Stubbsy has just picked up a 5-second penalty there. Didn't see why. Probably a severe collision, possibly. And we're back to green. Rooney leading still. So up the hill, James has lost a little ground there compared to the last restart. Can he get back in touch on his medium tyres, as the two front runners will need to generate more heat back into their hard tyres after the safety car. Still have Stubbsy right on the back end of Rooney, putting as much pressure on as possible. Back down the field we have Ludlow's down in 6th, closely followed by El Pullen here. He's the only runner of the debutants left, doing a very good job in the racing point here. And we have just had K-Mag has spun out Nouvelle Chicane. And we have, here's Lorne in the other Mercedes. Right, close up behind Weston's here. Can he make a move into the first corner? I think Weston's is on the softer tyre, so Lorne's got to make this hards work if he wants to get past Weston's. And we've just lost K-Mag from the race. It's yellow in sector 3. K-Mag has retired in the pits, so should not need another safety car for that. See the next battle, the battle for 4th. Jans and Ioaks. Can these three drivers extend the gap from El Pullen? They need to if they want to make their strategy work. Once these 4 drivers do pit, if there's no safety car, El Pullen will find himself in a very good 4th position. Right on the back of Ludlow here. Can he make a move? Not into Sandevot. On board with Louis here up towards Casino. See if he can keep close for the tunnel and Nouvelle Chicane to make a move. We've got Ioaks has fallen away from Yanni here, so Ioaks will have no DRS advantage from Ludlow and El Pullen, and Weston's right behind him. Looks like Ludlow has just Sorry, Ioaks has just pitted. Will it be softs, medium, softs or hards for Ioaks? Now, back on board with Elpullen in the very tight battle here for the lower end of the points. Ludlow holding on to 5th nicely here. Closely followed by Pullen, Westons, Lawn and Shrimper, with Aki just off the back of them in the final point scoring position. Oaks has gone back onto another set of mediums. I'll assume Ioaks is hoping for a safety car, as he'll need to make a stop for another compound surely. Medium to medium should not work. Back on board with Rooney 2003 at the front. Closely followed by Stubbsy, but GF1 James has dropped off ever so slightly. Back down 3 seconds behind after this safety car restart. Stubbsy has kept very close eye on Rooney, keeping on the pressure, hoping for a mistake that he can pounce on. But Rooney so far has kept it nice and tidy throughout the first half of this race, making sure that Stubbsy does not get a sniff of the lead. Stubbsy is doing his best to stay as close as possible with the DRS, hoping to try and make a move into Sandoval. I think we have Ludlow in the pits now. Just a pass on track. No, it's just a pass on track. Ludlow must have just made a mistake. The final corner. So here with Lawn very, very close to Shrimper here. Tyre strategies on both drivers. I'd like to think Shrimper would have the advantage on the softer compound, but you never know. Oh, and look at that! Stubbsy has a 3-second time penalty. On board now, Weston's up behind Elpullen, who's now without the advantage of DRS to keep Weston's behind. But as it is Monaco, as I've said in the past, very, very difficult to overtake. You have to be extremely quick round here, or force someone into that vital mistake that will give you the position. Still on board here with Shrimper. He's very, very quickly, he's dropped Lawn now. Lawn is now just over a second back. Can he now make a move on Weston's? Oh, very, very deep into the second to last corner. Can he make it count though? JF1 James has now just boxed. I assume this is possibly for the soft tyre. Yanni Ans is also in pits, as is Ludlow by the looks of things as well. James has gone on to the hard tyre. Yanni is also on the hard tyre. Ludlow is just coming out the pits on the hard as well. So back to the battle for the front between the two title protagonists. Rooney is still just holding on from Stubbsy. Remember, we have seen Stubbsy pick up a 3-second time penalty. Stubbsy's still trying everything he possibly can think of to try and push Rooney into a mistake or get past down the home straight with DRS or down into, obviously, Nouvelle. We have Weston's now pitting, last guy to pit, I believe, anyway. Oh no, Weston's second pit stop, sorry. No one on the softer compound at the minute. We have Lorne now back up to the rear of Shrimper. We have El Pullen, who's now up into the podium places, thanks to those round of pit stops. 11 seconds off this battle, off the battle for the lead. Shrimper is just not close enough at the minute to try and challenge for that final podium place. Lorne just behind and just into the wall. Back to back. That will hinder him. I've just seen some damage, so will Lorne be able to hold on or will he box with that damage? Lorne boxes from 5th place. We'll promote Aki and James the field. At the minute, people are getting very strung out here on very different strategies, most people. So, to see how they all play out towards the end of the race here. Say Lorne comes out still in the points in 9th place, but with his fresh mediums, can he make a challenge on the guys in front of him of Westons and Yanni? We shall see if he can gain ground on them later. So back to the battle at the front here. Still the closest battle on track. We have Stubbsy still closely following Rooney, still trying to press him into a mistake right in his gearbox there at the last corner. And Aki has just picked up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings there. So Rooney still doing a stellar job under this enormous pressure that Stubbsy is putting on. Stubbsy just cannot find a way past. Just seen El Pullen has just pitted out of the podium places. He is now down into 7th, so back onto the medium tyres and see how he goes to the end of the race. Back on board here with James, who's back up to 5th place after all these pit stops have currently taken place. About half a lap down on the leading duo. Everybody is very strung out here, bar the two at the front battling it out for the win here. Oh nice, I've just seen someone in the wall. Westons is in the wall. He has spun, going towards the tunnel. Looks like he's got wing damage there as well. Let's see. Or no, he may have just clipped the barrier there by the looks of things. Wing looks perfectly intact. But he's still in the points here in ninth. Stay on board him just for a second just to see if he decides to pit. No, he'll stay out, so he must have gotten away without any damage there. And Rooney appears to be dropping Stubbsy ever so slightly. You have Shrimper's just picked up a time penalty as well. And we've got yellows in sector 3. Oh, Stubbsy has made a mistake. Believe Stubbsy has just made a mistake in the final two corners. Let's see if he has any damage whatsoever. Yes, he does. He's lost the right end fence, which will cause him no amount of trouble, but will he pit or will he try and hang on to this second place that he has got? He is 9 seconds to the good of Shrimper, and with that 3-second time penalty, he's got to try and hang on and not lose too much time. So as long as Rooney makes no mistakes here, it could be another victory for him on this season. Back here with El Pullen following Janians very, very closely. See if he can make his softer compound of tyres count around here. Can he make a move into the Nouvelle chicane through the tunnel? If he uses some of his ERS here. Currently the closest battle on track that we have. So Rooney is slowly dropping Stubbsy. He's gone. The gap is now just over 6 seconds, as we see. Shrimper doing a very good job consolidating that third place ahead of Aki, AMG, and James. Stubbsy has lost more ground by the looks of things. Has he hit the wall again, or is he just... I believe he's struggling. He is struggling severely with that wing damage. So can Shrimper gain on him in the final laps? Final 11 laps here around the streets of Monaco. And James has slowly clawed his way up to Aki. Can he make his fresher rubber count towards the end of this race? Inside the DRS now. Wasn't close enough this lap to make a move. Hopefully he can get close enough to make a pass and try to close down on Shrimper later on in the race. We've just seen Lorne put in the fastest lap of the race. So El Pullen's still right behind Janians, unable to make a move as of yet. He's trying everything possible here to try and gain some sort of advantage over Yanni. He's got the run this time. Not risking the move this time, going into the Nouvelle chicane. looking, has Louis got the run this time? Not quite. Still as close as you can possibly be to Yanni. Still looking for the ideal opportunity. Trying to push Yanni into a mistake or get a very, very good exit off one of these corners onto the long straights. Or well, one of the two long straights that you have around Monaco. Got James right with Yanni here. Can he make a move into the chicane? Yanni's defending very, very nicely. And another penalty for Stubbsy. This could be very, very good for Shrimper for P2 here if he can get closer. James back in DRS. Can he make a move into the first chicane? First corner. Not quite close enough this time. So we've got a very good battle for the mid points here between Aki and James, and then Yanni and El Pullen behind. Very, very good battles. Can either of the two drivers behind, James and Pullen, push Aki and Yanni into a mistake in these final 9 laps that we have? Oh, and then Aki has just made a mistake and retired. And we have another safety car. This will throw it wide open. With Rooney and Stubbsy have gone past the pits already. Everyone else behind hadn't, but with them being so far out in front, shouldn't cost them any track position, you would think. And I would think everybody will be going on to some soft tyres now for the end of this race, which will make it very, very exciting. And we are down to 10 runners now, with Ludlow, the last guy, who looks like he is a lap down maybe. Let's just see the full intervals and stuff. And the leader, yes, Aki is 1 lap down at the minute, but as long as he keeps going, he will score that valuable championship point at the end of it. See what everybody's going to... I will assume everybody will go on to soft tyres when they hit the pit lane. And if they hit the pit lane, let's see, Rooney is in the pits here. And should be going on to the soft, and is. It'll be hard-fetched to see everybody on the soft tyre. Or everybody should be on the soft tyre, you would think, with only 9 laps to go. 8 laps now. Let's just have a look at the race director and see race incidents of people or warnings. And let's see, Rooney is currently penalty free. Stubbsy has 3 penalties. One probably that he'll serve in the pit stop by the looks of it, with a 5-second. Shrimper has no penalties at this point. Oh no, 1, there we go. 1 towards the end there. James has none. No, 1 on the last lap. I say, and El Pullen here looks like he has no penalties. A few warnings, but no penalties. Westerns here. One penalty. Ioaks has a penalty so far. 2 penalties, sorry. And finally, Ludlow has the 1 penalty. Let's go back to on-track action once we get past the safety car situation. And James on the mediums here. Yanni has stayed out on the hards. And Lorne on the mediums. Everybody else should be on softs, but Ludlow's on the hard tyre here at the back of the pack. See how Yanni can cope on these harder tyres. Not stopped for track position. And same for Lorne there, he's on 11 lap old tyres as well. Everybody else looks like they have pitted for fresh rubber here. And stops in the race. We have Yanni's only made the 1. Everybody else has made, Rooney and Stubbsy and James have only made the 2. Majority of people have made 3, with Weston's the exception on 4. So hopefully we'll get back to racing soon. Some good action towards the end of this race. So everyone should end up regaining all of their ERS and some fuel for max out laps towards the end for the battle of the fastest lap as well. Just waiting for Ludlow to hit the back of the pack here, and then we'll we should hopefully get going to racing at the end of this lap, I would like to think, as Ludlow has now gained back his lap, but he's still ghosted, so he may not be in the lobby. Or is he? Yes, he is ghosted. He might not be in the lobby. Hopefully the safety car in this lap, and we should get 5 action-packed laps to end this race. See with Yanni on his alternate strategy to see if he can hold on to this P2. And there we go, safety car in this lap, so let's get back down to the action. You see Rooney with the prerogative now of being the safety car, seeing when he decides to, see prerogative when he decides to go now. And he has just gone, and he is very good start from Yanni, but Yanni has lost out to Stubbsy. Stubbsy right back on the back of Rooney, but with his time penalties, he needs to get past Rooney quickly and pull out quite a nice lead on him if he wants this victory. So we've got a nice battle in the mid-pack here. James closely following Stubbsy Shrimper, with Helpullen right behind. So Yanni doing everything now to hold on to this podium from Lorne, who is the other non-stopper under that safety car. These two do everything they can to keep their positions, or even change positions for the podium fight, because I know Lorne would desperately want to be on the podium here at Monaco. Oh, and I've just seen him set racing point in the barrier. That'll be El Pullen. Did damage during that? He did. Can he now hold on to this 7th place? Now Stubbsy back on after this safety car with a fresh wing, right back on the back of Rooney here. But he does, like I've said, needs to make pass as soon as possible here to try and make up the time that he has gained in penalties. Yanni is doing brilliantly here to hold on to this podium on his hard tyres with everyone on the track on a softer compound than him. Say Louis Pullen doing very, very well with that wing damage, holding on to 7th here. And then Westerns and Ioaks with Ludlow right off the back. I assume he is not here, so you count him out from the action. So Westerns right on the gearbox now of El Pullen. Can he make a move with DRS now enabled? No, he cannot. He has made a mistake. And he has dropped to position and got wing damage to Ioaks. Can he just hold on to the end now? So you see Rooney and Stubbsy right out front here. Very, very clear now of Yanni Ans. Stubbsy needs this with all his penalties that he's occurred in this race. He needs to keep pulling out that gap if he wants this 2nd place as well. Well, he's got the 2nd place with only those 2 penalties. On to the final 2 laps here. Rooney still holding on from Stubbsy. Out front. Stubbsy's made a mistake into the casino there. And he has gained wing damage. Battles back in the pack. See, can anybody make a move in these final couple of laps? Can Schrimper on his soft compound make a move on Lorne and Yanni here? Stubbsy with another time penalty there. There's another bit of wing. Who's that off? Off Lorne. That could give Yanni the chance. Stubbsy needs this, and also give Stubbsy the golden opportunity to get past him here onto the final lap. And he has done, and James has tried to go around the outside as well, and has! What a move from James there, very opportunistic there. Had to make it count if he wanted a chance to get past Schrimper. So Yanni now not Yanni. Lorne just holding on now for the end of the race. Final lap, let's have a look. Rooney's out front, not challenged now by Stubbsy, who is just having to cling on to his podium, and he's in the wall again. Very ragged last lap from Stubbsy. Look at the wing damage he has sustained. This could be giving Yanni P2. Yanni has pulled away from Shrimper, so very, very good drive from Yanni here for the final podium place, and Rooney has won. There we go. So here's Shrimper and James coming towards the final corner. Can James make an impact towards the line? Don't think he can. But a very good race nonetheless from James there for P5. There we go, just waiting for Ludlow to come round and finish the race. And there we go. That was the Monaco Grand Prix. Very well deserved victory for Rooney 2003 there. And Yanni just expectedly the driver of the day there. Very good podium from him there to round out the race. And hopefully now we'll get a chance to talk to the top three and see what they thought of their race. I'll do that in a second. I'll say, remember to include your audio, guys. I'll say, remember to include your audio. Is Stubbsy around? Because I was going to say I saw Stubbsy leave the session. It was Shrimper, was it? Okay, that is fine. We'll talk to you guys if we can get him in and include his audio. That would be good. Okay. Well, okay, we'll talk to Yanni first. Great P2 from you. Very alternate strategy at the end. I'm assuming you were hoping that the hard tyres would pay off at the end of the race when everybody pitted. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't want to risk changing that wing and just keep it out the wall. Yeah. Well, very, very, very good podium from you. Very, very good. And I say, Rooney, you still there? Good, good. How was that race for you? I did see during that, pretty much the entirety of that race, Stubbsy was giving you a lot of grief right behind you. You did very well under pressure there to keep him at bay for most of that race.